Good afternoon to all of our friends and viewers on various platforms, our community members, and everyone else here with us today. I'm DRBMiller, and this is Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Thank you all for joining us on different platforms today. I know you might be viewing it on Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, and all other platforms on various devices. It's so great to see you here, and today we are going to be starting out with a brief announcement. The announcement concerns our new game club. If you are following my Twitter or my Instagram, you would have seen some postings indicating that we had joined a brand new Xbox community game club that was launched last week, and it is a very good new forum. I have to say, I've been an Xbox ambassador for a while, and we sort of complained a bit about the lack of activity and all that we personally would have preferred to do together with others. We had community game forums to which we as ambassadors were participating through chats and various other things, as some of the gamers were doing a particular game of the week launch, or anything else would have come in through the Xbox live stream. Most of the times in recent months we were promoting various Xbox games that were featuring on the Game Pass. But this is a new forum, a forum that will comprise the ambassadors activity with all the other gamers worldwide in a different format. The format is of us selecting one game of the week, which is, I guess, taken from the Game Pass, and then we'll play it a bit, we'll talk about it, we'll share screenshots, we'll try to get other people to join us, we'll do some streams, and overall we'll have a very vibrant gaming community that is not just focused on AAA blockbusters, but all the other games we can find out there. And quite frankly, I did something last night which in fact made me go to bed a bit later than usual, and wasn't really very pleased with that, I have to admit. Got to be really strict with my timing, because the streaming process is very time consuming, requires a lot of preparation, and I run various forums on the net, as you know, so it's really a 24/7 type of activity with a lot of concentration, a lot of written work, preparation and interactivity with lots of our community members. But I really have quite a selection that I've downloaded of the Game Pass to my console, so that's quite a large number of games, 120 games altogether, quite a variety from the old style arcade type of games to the AAA blockbusters. And one of those I spotted a little while back was, let me just see where I can get some details for you straight away. As I said, the Oxenfree is a game that we had selected as the game of the week. But the one I spotted yesterday I quite liked, was really quite surprised with the quality of graphics and everything else that was on display. It seemed really quite an astonishing type of RPG in a way, in a fashion that reminded me of some of my favourite graphic novels. So it's called Vambrace Cold Soul. You might have seen it on Switch. It's a kind of game that will perform very well on tablets and Androids, because you will have to be just clicking a bit in order to get a character ahead. There's a lot of inventory, there's a lot of reading, a lot of interaction between different characters, plenty of dialogue, and a very good story. Most importantly, the graphics are second to none. Very similar to some of the Japanese games I played a little while back, and those which are based on Twitch and other tablet-like platforms. But what really is exciting about such games is the dialogue and the story. You really are fully immersed into that world, and in this instance we are talking about this a really kind of a very strange character who is able to retain certain special powers, contest various witches and wizards, and bring peace and harmony to the world which is under threat. So, similar to what we have here in Destiny with Eris Moon. And I was just looking at it yesterday for about half hour. I got really so greatly embraced by the story that I just couldn't drop the game, and I carried on playing for quite a while. So most highly recommended, Vambrace Cold Soul, and I will give you just a bit of further information on that. Just bear with me, I need to get it up here on my screen. And we have here, well, they said that this game is a bit like a love letter to the games that left their inalienable. My brain's not really working probably. Must be the game, must be the wizards and the witches from last night that had affected the way my brain works today. It seemed perfectly alright early on, but I already spent a few hours going through the news, and there's a lot of information coming in on Xbox Project X in particular, and on PlayStation, which is going to be launched very, very shortly, so a lot to digest. But anyway, Vambrace Cold Soul is a love letter to the games that left their indelible marks on us. It's inspired by the gothic fantasy of Castlevania. So the first game, once you enter the world of those wonderful characters that you will be, I guess, reminded of, is the one of Castlevania, the famous also platformer, and still available on PlayStation and Xbox. So definitely people could really download it, purchase it, and enjoy it if you like that type of mystique. And we have the deep lore of the series like the Elder Scrolls, the replayability of roguelites like FTL Faster Than Light, and also the sweeping character-driven epics of some of our favorite RPGs. I definitely agree with the statement. I really find it to be a mixture of various RPG games, and very, very engrossing. You really will enjoy the way the characters first of all look, then the way they talk. You will soak up all the dialogue, and you'll really kind of become very curious about the story and about all that is unraveling before you. So very, very good, very interesting. And they also said it represented the effort to seize those varied elements and condense them into an interactive experience, playing them from all walks of life. So really a game for all ages, all generations, a game that is going to be very, very interesting and very enjoyable and entertaining for everyone. Oxenfree I downloaded, and I had advertised it a bit on, I shouldn't say advertised it, I promoted it a bit on my Twitter. We'll have to get maybe 2 or 3 other Xbox community members to come in order to get some communication, some conversations flowing, and then we'll play it. It's an indie game, and it looks like a kind of a mystery-driven story, which I quite like, and the characters looked very, very lovable. I've seen some other postings on Twitter which were basically produced by other gamers, the contributions from other community members, and so that's going to be the next step. I'll have a look at it today, tell you a bit about the game tomorrow, and obviously all we're going to do today is very much going to be focused on the big launch of Destiny 2 Beyond Light. We had yesterday a wonderful premiere here, and a very, very good stream with quite a few of our members coming back in, and we indeed had enjoyed every bit of it. We've had several community members and veterans saying hello and telling us a bit about the experience so far. Every one of them was 100% positive, which is great to see. I have to say, we did have people coming in previously when we had the launches of new seasons where there was some concern expressed, and some people were not as excited as you would expect them to be. But Beyond Light so far, certainly on this channel, has been very, very well, very positively received. Everyone loving it, enjoying it, and wanting to play a lot more. Also, it does have quite a lot of content. We have new maps. Europa is massive, as you've seen, and quite frankly, we've just gone through the chapter 1. Yesterday we discovered that Varix was asking for help, and Varix was brought in from the original game. He is facing some deadly enemies, and we are not quite certain as yet what the enemies are likely to do to us, but we know who the enemies are, we know where they live, where they venture, and together with our ghost and our chums, we are now going to be cracking on with an assault, or at least with our search, in order to find out what their nasty little intentions against the humans really are. So very, very good introduction. Initially, as you come in, you will see that there is a lot more emphasis on the story-driven content. Our guardian is talking for the first time, and also we have our ghost telling us a few things, but it does seem to be, literally from the word go, a much more interactive experience as far as the characters are concerned. So we can really see the new direction that Destiny is taking immediately, and I think it's a very good one. It is going to be really bringing Destiny back in line with other story-driven games, which I feel has been lacking from the beginning, but we know full well that this was the original novel idea, with an approach that was allowing non-linear storytelling and basically a participation in any section of the game. So you know that people could have gone into the Crucible or Gambit or anything else, irrespective of how far they went in the season. At the time when launched initially, this was quite revolutionary, but I think today both Bungie and the community members felt that this was kind of wearing off to a degree. We all want to know more about the story. We want the story to be a bit more like the novels of Frank Herbert, like Dune, for instance, or we want it to be similar to Star Wars, where we have the various chapters telling us different sections of that planet's history, and that certainly is a good direction. It's a good way forward, and I think, contrary to my experience of Shadowkeep initially, that was telling us that there will be a lot more RPG content. In this instance, we really can see it from literally the word go, and that was a very, very good, very exciting, very enjoyable and thoroughly insane experience that we all had. So we'll carry on the same thing today, hoping to see some of our friends popping in as well. I'll tell you a bit more about the community club. Just bear with me, I need to make sure that all of my devices are fully powered, because you know what, we do tend to be using a lot of energy at all times if we are doing the streams, and I have several devices in there that are basically there in order to support my stream, and consider that stream yet again is lagging for some reason, and this is absolutely insane. I don't really know whether it's lagging because of the internet speeds, or whether there is a problem with my software, or whether it's just simply on my tablet. I'm not sure, but it is very, very annoying. And also what I can see is some people are, unfortunately, just bear with me, trying to sell us products, and they're jumping on the bandwagon of a brand new game in order to sell it, and that's just completely disreputable and totally unacceptable. So let me just ban this person. Need to report. Got a report from my moderators. What's happened to my brain today? So right, so I want to tell you a bit about our community club. Community club is a new Xbox invention. It's tied into the ambassadors forums. Why is it lagging so badly? Oh, hate this internet. We've gone downhill absolutely in the UK without internet. Look at this. No, I have to restart the stream, I'm afraid, yet again. I'm really sorry, but this has been happening yesterday quite a lot, but we can't really allow that lag to be persisting.